Welcome back, Steph. How are you?
Hey, good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Welcome back to Life Well Booked. And today we're talking about pets and what a pet is, what pet-friendly properties do, and why we think that they are very crucial for adding more money to the owner's pockets.
True.
All right, so let's jump into today's episode. And for everyone watching, if you didn't know that pet-friendly STRs earn more per booking, and there's a right way to do it. So we're going to talk about that today. But first, we need to talk about what is a pet.
I think what is a pet is the big definition. So at Elite Vacation Rentals here in Arizona, a pet is a dog. Truth is, we get requests for many other things, horses and reptiles and birds and cages and all kinds of stuff. Those are all circumstantial and individual decisions. Typically, we don't advertise that those things are available. Yes, we have a couple horse properties and they would be advertised, but in general. But typically what a pet is not is a cat.
Okay.
At Elite Vacation Rentals anyway. Unfortunately, over the last 14 years, it's just a lesson that had to be learned. And not everybody just cares for their cats the same way.
Cats are a little bit
Cats
different
are
of an animal. So
they're great, and I'm sure they're very loving, but they just don't work super good on other people's furniture. They tend to mark. They tend to be hairy.
Well, they tend shed. They have a different dander.
Everything is different about
Yeah.
a cat. They have nails, and
That's true.
I've definitely witnessed leather furniture that didn't fare well because of the nails of the cat.
Oh,
So people ask us all the time, but we really do have a hard no on cats. Another thing that a pet is a pet, not an ESA, not a service animal. And I'll give you the definition of them.
okay.
A pet is a true pet. It's somebody that is Fido, that lives at your house. No distinction, no paperwork.
Right.
Right, except
Right.
whatever's required by the state you live in. An ESA is an emotional support animal. There's some gray area around this. In a long-term lease in Arizona, you have to take an ESA or an emotional support animal with paperwork, etc. But in short term, it's a little gray. And
Interesting.
typically we treat ESAs as pets.
Okay.
They're emotional support, great, and they may or may not have paperwork, but we treat them as pets. Service animals, naturally, we always accept, doesn't matter what, as long as they're trained to do a service. And those are some questions you can ask. And almost everybody with a service animal, to be honest with you, they always disclose it because they know
Right.
that they have that. So it's the folks in the middle that take some advantage with their ESAs.
Right. Or they're quote unquote service animals. And
Yeah,
you're
that
just
they think are service animals, but not exactly.
I don't know if that's really required. Your 3-pound Yorkie is what service?
What service are they providing
What?
besides emotional support?
Right.
And I'm down with that, but we treat them as pets.
Okay. That
And
makes
vacation
sense.
rental.
That makes sense. And you've now seen over your time that pet-friendly properties earn more than non-pet-friendly properties.
100% they do.
Okay.
There's extra money involved, and it really opens up your sales funnel, right? So the more things you can say yes to, the wider breadth of people that you're going to be able to attract to your property, and pets is one of them. And so I say, yes, you would definitely make more money, and you just have more eyes on your property. The
This is
minute
true.
you click no pets, nobody with a pet will ever see your property that is looking for that.
That is so true. When you're talking with the owners as you're getting the property to go live, how is that conversation with them? Like, how do you come up with if it should be a pet-friendly property or what is that?
Well, I will say typically many of our homeowners are either homeowners that have owned their homes for a while and circumstance has caused them to have to move and create an STR out of their property, whatever. So
Okay.
they're emotionally invested in their property. Or they've just recently purchased the property because they want to enjoy it or make it an investment or move into it someday. But in either of those cases, they're wildly in love with their property.
Right.
So the conversation usually starts with, no, we don't want pets here. Understandable. I would probably feel the same way. And then we tend to have a little bit further conversation about the sales funnel, which we just talked about, the extra fees that are associated, which grant them a few more dollars.
Right.
And again, just more bookings. just not saying no to people. So typically they start with no, and then we have a conversation and I can show them the math and I can show them how it works. Also remember that it's dynamic. So things can be changed. If they start with a pet and then they don't like it, or for whatever reason, or they have a bad experience, or they just get cold feet, we can always change it.
That's the beauty
That's the
of
beauty of STRs, right? You can change
STRs.
everything.
You try it. And that's the thing is like, if you are an STR owner or a manager and you're like, I don't want to offer pets, why don't you try it on a couple homes for 90 days? Run it for 90 days.
Yep.
See how it goes. If you hate it, if it's like, this is not working, change it. It's easy. It's like
But you can typically see an uptick in bookings. So generally they like it. The other way that I have conversations with owners all the time is they've started with the no, and fine, it's their home, and I will absolutely manage their home how they want it managed. And then over time, maybe they want to see more bookings or a little bit of extra money or whatever they need to see. That is a conversation I'll go to pretty much right away, which is, have you reconsidered taking a pet?
Right.
It's that big of an impact. And so we have many that convert after the fact too.
Do you see a lot of travelers that first book with us on one of our pet-friendly properties? Do you see them being repeat bookers over time?
Oh, sure. For sure. And some people come to the same house all the time too, because they already know it has a grassy backyard or whatever the attributes
dog felt
are.
Comfortable. They loved
comfortable.
it.
So the answer is yes. That's a great point. We have many people that come back. And again, we have the shorter vacation customer, and then we have people that stay a little bit longer because we have a lot of midterms and we have a lot of those winter visitors that come all winter long, and they're looking for something comfortable that they've probably stayed in before.
Right. And I feel like a lot of pet owners, and for myself, is that once you find a spot and your pet is happy there and comfortable and relaxed, you can be comfortable and relaxed, right? And so it's, okay, this works, that works. We're going to just
how the house works, and so you come back again.
We're going to rebook that spot. So
yes, that's a true statement.
When you are doing pricing, do you do a nightly rate or a one-time surcharge on the booking?
We actually do both.
Okay.
And it depends on the owners, but typically in our book of business, and again, I have to give you it from our point of view.
Right.
Every company does it differently, but because we have homes in the mountains, Flagstaff area, and we have homes in the valley, we treat it differently. Most of our guests are leaving the valley with Fido for 3 nights to get up to Flagstaff to get out of the heat.
Right.
My point of that is, in the mountains, we charge a one-time service fee for their pet, for their stay.
Oh, okay.
It's literally $75. And if you stay 3 nights or you stay 23 nights, it's still $75.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we think about the mountains. It's just a different point of view and it's a different approach. And we make it very easy for people to bring pets on these shorter visits.
That makes sense.
In the valley, we do charge a little bit differently for our midterms or people that stay over 30 nights. We give them a discount on the pet at $10 per night per dog. And then short term in the valley, $25 per night per dog.
Okay.
And most of our houses, I would say, take 1 dog, but some take 2.
Do you see that is the normal structure of pricing across the valley?
Yeah, I've done some homework on it, and I think every company thinks about it differently. We tend to carve it out from the rate. Some people want to say pets are free, but they've built it, trust me, into the rate somewhere.
Right. And so even if you don't have a pet, you're still paying for this.
You're paying for it. So we tend to be more on the, let's get our rates as attractive as possible. And then for optional things, pets, pool heat, those are optional. So we make them optional, and then you pay extra if you want to take advantage of that option.
That makes sense. I like that. We do the same thing with our pools, and we'll talk about that
pets,
in a different
boats, golf carts.
Right. We don't throw it all into one nightly rate. We give the guest the option to add that into their stay. That's what they want.
Yep.
So when it comes to pets, do we have different weight limits? Do we have restrictions around the size?
There are. Look, it's all kind of owner dependent, to be honest. And we have owners that are humongous dog lovers, and they will welcome as many dogs as you have in any size and shape that you have. And they just are that way.
Okay.
And so that would be a no on some owners. And then we have owners that are pretty particular. Yes, I will try it, but I would like to have 1 dog less than 30 pounds. So they want the smalls. as an example. They think the smalls are going to be different than the bigs or whatever. And so each one is different. So
Okay.
that's the truth. And that's easy to manage. You manage that through your description. You are very clear about what's going to be okay and not okay at this particular home, but you get to check that you are pet friendly. It's called pet friendly on all the sites, but it really is in our world, dog friendly.
Right. So when it comes to once the pets the dogs come into the property, if there is a damage that has been done, is that a deposit that the guests have put down, or is that goes through our damage waiver?
We typically it goes through the damage waiver.
Okay.
I would even say most pet owners are not trying to maliciously trash your house with their dog.
Yeah.
They're not trying to. It's typically not negligent behavior. It's typically accidental.
Right.
Even with a pet. So we generally treat that with their damage waiver fee. That gets them $3,000 worth of coverage, and we take care of the pet situation. Occasionally, we have somebody that makes a mistake. I'll give you an example. I just had one last week at a house where they weren't sure what to do, and they locked the dog in the laundry room while they were gone for a couple of hours instead of having a cage or a crate.
Right.
And the dog had loved the door, loved a lot of the door.
Okay.
And so new door, but that's more on the negligent side.
Yeah.
So we did have to charge the guest for that.
That makes sense.
But it's not that big of a nightmare though, and it doesn't happen very often.
Okay. I mean, that's good to know.
Yeah, but it can.
Right.
Anything can happen. You open your door to anybody, something can happen.
Anything
That's
can
the
happen.
truth in STRs.
This is so true.
If you don't want nothing to happen, you shut the door.
Right.
Keep people out.
Do we have specific rules for our pet owners around the pets? Like, do we have certain things that we expect of them or we expect them to do before leaving?
We expect the actual pet owner guests to clean up after their pets for obvious reasons in the backyards and wherever their dogs go. And so we make that really clear. We actually, if they don't do that, we actually do charge an extra fee if we have to go out there and take care of their pet waste. So that's something that we're super clear about.
Okay.
And honestly, most people are pretty respectful about that. So
yeah,
I feel like people that travel with a dog that have pets that they care about and they realize they're staying in someone else's house, they have a level of respect already.
Yeah.
Occasionally. Obviously, everything's occasionally. It happens a different way. But so, yes.
Okay. When you are deciding whether a home is a good fit for a pet to be a pet-friendly home, what are some of the things that you are looking at before you even decide to bring it up to the owner?
So typically a carpet.
Okay.
That seems like it's one of the main things. And I say it from a positive point of view, which is, look, if you're in a house with a lot of hard surface, some houses are all tile, all vinyl plank, all hardwood, whatever they are. Those houses are typically better for pets. They're better for dogs. It's easier to clean up the dog hair. We've talked about how some dogs are hairy and some dogs aren't hairy. I don't know if we talked about it, but some dogs are hairier than others.
Yeah.
And so it's just easier with a non-carpet home. Dogs and carpet have a symbiotic relationship.
They love each other.
And it's not always, it doesn't always work out that great.
It's a love-hate relationship.
So again, the next kind of thing is I will go to, look, if you only have carpet in your bedrooms, you might want to consider this. Everything else is solid surface and where the pet's mostly going to be, except maybe to sleep, you're probably going to be okay. So that would be the next. But honestly, even the people that have carpet all over their house, I typically even am a fan of, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's just not.
It's just too hard. It's too hard.
We do keep carpets clean. We know how to treat carpets when a pet's been present. We do extra on all of that and our cleaning and everything. But carpet probably is the determiner.
Carpet and dogs just really are not. They do not go hand in hand. Dogs love carpet, does not love dogs, I don't think. So
true that.
When it comes to designated pet zones or certain things that pets like bowls, leashes, and things of that nature, if it's a pet home, do we automatically offer that or do we allow for the homeowner to decide if that's something that they want to do?
We let the owners drive their level of pet appreciation.
Okay.
We don't have a specific rule at Elite Vacation Rentals about what we do when we have a pet-friendly home. Some owners like to go ham, right?
Yeah.
Leashes, treats, baggies, I mean,
The things.
all the things.
Yep.
Bowls, all of the stuff. Beds, all of it. And those are great. And we maintain those homes and it's fine and we love doing it. But that is not a standard setup. That is more an owner that wants to maintain those things. It costs a little bit extra to put dog treats out and all this other stuff. So they love it and they want to do it. We have owners that are in the middle and they go part way. They're like, yeah, put a leash and a bowl out, call it a day.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And welcome the dog. And then we have owners too that are like, yeah, we don't do none of that. You're welcome to have your dog here, though. Hope you brought your bowl.
Yeah. Bring your stuff.
Bring your stuff. Right.
The fact that we're pet friendly is a huge step.
Right.
That makes sense.
It's owner driven.
Okay.
Sure.
That makes sense. When it comes to our cleanliness protocol, obviously, once a pet has left, our cleaning team obviously has some different protocols in play to make sure that they're picking up as much dog hair as possible, maybe rewiping over everything more than once. Is that one of the protocols that we have?
One of the protocols we have is, of course, we note on every reservation that we know that there's a pet present. So the housekeepers know that there's been a pet or a dog in our world, right? We've talked about that. So they know what they're walking into. There's dogs that are hairier than other dogs.
Sure.
Typically, it's the hair that's the hard part. But you might find things like they'll do a clean and then they have to clean again.
Right.
Because what happens with hairy dogs is the hair flies up when you clean it even, and then it resettles and you have to go back over things 2 and 3 times. Crazy amount of hair might cause the guest to have an extra cleaning fee for the dog.
Okay.
If it's crazy.
Okay.
Or even the owner if they accept that. But they are making some extra money as well and getting the booking in the first place, which is a good thing.
Right.
So, but I would say that would be the dog hair is the number one thing that's just, it's hard.
Our cleaners know, like,
They
hey,
know.
okay, there's a pet that would stayed here. So now we need to be high level looking for pet hair or looking for those extra things that the pet may have left behind or that we need to clean up.
Happens all the time. Oh, we didn't have a pet. Oh, there's a dog toy under the sofa.
Right.
Sorry. Yes, you did. So then there's the pets that we know about. And then sometimes there's a pet we don't know about.
We get those.
We get those on occasion. Some people think that they're going to bring their pet. So we have a few ways that we know about that. Sometimes we have Ring doorbells and people don't realize that or whatever. And so we can tell that way. But typically it's on the back end.
Oh, yeah.
We have pool people that go in and out of the yard. They're like, hey, there's a dog here, whatever, right? That's another way we learn. But typically it's on the back end when the cleaners come.
Yeah,
because there's evidence that
there's hair, there's a dog bowl down or something.
There's a bowl, there's a toy under the sofa, whatever it is. So we always know.
We do always know. So if you are a guest that's
then we
looking,
can always charge.
We will charge you because we will find out. So don't worry about that.
So sneaky pets, don't do it.
When we are setting up our listings to go live in our photos, we always add in a dog photo in our listings, and we also add certain things into our listings. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, we spell it out really clearly, like what that owner is willing to accept. 1 dog, 2 dogs, size of breed. There's occasionally too, in particular condos, I've seen in particular, which is there's breed restrictions, right? And so we have to be cognizant of that from insurance purposes. Typically breed restrictions and condos don't really go together that much because typically breed restrictions are going to be maybe even bigger dogs and some other dogs that aren't going to be super comfortable in a condo anyway. So it sort of works itself out.
Yeah.
But we have to be cognizant of breed restrictions as well. So we ask people about their pets and sometimes we ask them even to send a picture and sometimes owners start with, I don't want any. And the right booking is like, I'm going to call you and ask you about this little fur ball that I just got a picture of. Look at it, how cute it is. Are you sure you don't want this?
You sure you don't want this $10,000 booking for this little fur ball? Like, let's think about this one.
Let's think about it. Truth is we have 3 kinds of owners, right? We have owners who are love, bring them all, can't live without a dog. We have folks that are like, we'd rather not, but maybe.
Right.
And then we have people that are a hard no. Just a hard no. The house isn't appropriate for it. They themselves could be allergic.
True.
Any of the above.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So if you are in short-term rental or you're considering short-term rental or you have a short-term rental and you're trying to figure out how to increase your bookings or increase your revenue, I would definitely start as, okay, are you pet friendly? And if so, maybe run those numbers. And if that's something that you want to reach out to us about to say, hey, you know what, does this home make sense? Am I not seeing something like, because I'm totally against pets, but I think I want to make more revenue? Reach out to us
Yeah.
and we would be more than happy to walk through the home with you to say, hey, this works, this doesn't work, or maybe we take the home on for you and we manage it and we take that responsibility of maintaining the cleanliness and keeping your home together for you. So then it's not such a daunting job.
Yeah, no, you don't have to feel like you're gonna come into your house. We're gonna maintain your house beautifully like we maintain all of our houses, pets or
Right.
not. And you have the opportunity to, when you visit your own STR, to decide whether we've done a good enough job and that you wanna continue to accept pets. So, but I think not taking a dog is leaving money on the
Right.
table.
So really consider taking a dog or two because you're leaving money on the table and we don't like to leave money on the table.
Don't forget, there's lots of COVID dogs out there still.
That is true.
Everybody
I've
got a
got
dog
one.
during COVID.
I have myself a COVID dog. So yeah, there's a lot of people that have pets and that are traveling with pets.
And they gotta roll with them now. Yep.
Yeah, it is what it is because now we're not stuck at home anymore.
Yep.
All right. Well, today's been a great episode. Thank you so much,
Thank
Steph,
you.
for being on with me. And thank you guys so much for coming in, listening to what we have to say. And of course, if you have any questions regarding STR, the ups, the downs, the ins, the outs, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to walk through things with you. If you're considering having somebody manage your property and you just really are unsure, please reach out to us. We'd be more than happy to have that conversation with you
Just
and
give you advice.
let you know what we think and what we see. And it's up to you at the end of the day. So thank you again for watching. Have a beautiful and blessed day.
Thank you.
Peace out. Thanks for being here on Life Well Booked. If this episode fired you up, made you think, or left you feeling inspired, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a friend. Until next time, keep showing up big, living with intention, and building a life that stays well booked.